What's happening, folks? Back for a new playthrough. Now that I've completed Chrono Trigger and Star Control 2, I'm going to begin going through the game Shining Force for the Sega Genesis. Now, Shining Force was actually the sequel to the game you see here, Shining in the Darkness, though the game style was different. And eventually, as you can also see, Shining Force spawned a sequel. It actually spawned a couple sequels, Shining Force 3 and 4, though those two I didn't play back in the day. And in fact, the series continued on. There's many Shining games that came on later consoles, but the first two were the ones that I played for the Sega Genesis. Now, eventually, a game that was built of two different games that were, I think, on the Lynx, or they were, or not the Lynx, it would be the Game Gear, but they were like portable system games, and then were eventually made into an updated version called Shining Force CD in the style of Shining Force 1 and 2. I played that on the Sega CD. So the plan is, we're going to go through Shining Force 1, and then I'll start Shining Force 2, and then probably Shining Force CD after that. Ultimately, these games are very near and dear to my heart, and they do go back to Christmas associations for me. In particular, Shining Force 2, more on that in a minute. But yes, I got Shining Force for a Sega Genesis back in the day. I loved it. I beat it multiple times. It was fantastic. So when Shining Force 2 came out, I got it for Christmas, maybe a couple years after the first one had come out. And I think it's an even better game. It's longer. It's a bit more open than Shining Force 1. But the point is, they are, both of them, sequels to Shining in the Darkness, which was a dungeon crawler, like a traditional RPG where you fight in an interface where you don't actually see your characters, you see the enemy in front of you, and then you take turns. It's a very classic style of RPG, and the dungeon crawling was first person. In fact, all of Shining in the Darkness takes place in dungeons, whereas Shining Force is an overhead strategy game on battle maps, and you have different characters with different abilities. You can eventually use up to 12 characters at the same time, and some of them know magic, some of them are more warrior types, some of them are healers, and it's like playing chess essentially, but also in the context of a really compelling story. And then, as I said, I think Shining Force 2 takes it to an even higher level, and eventually they made Shining Force CD. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to go through Shining Force 1, and we'll do the other ones after that. And ultimately, it's a game that gives a storied introduction, so I don't have to say too much about what happens. We'll just watch this intro and then get going. And by the way, Merry Christmas, everyone. He was sent to his room like a bratty kid. That's pretty impressive. Lots of hordes out here, or at least one every 1,000 years. Let's go! Man, I haven't played this in so long. We'll make people talk faster, including her. So these games are stylized, Shining Force 1, 2, and Shining Force CD. as if they're being read in a book after the fact and told to us as a story. So that's what we're seeing here, is the first of 3 different storytellers in those games who convey the battle of good versus light and our part in it. And I won't spoil anything, but it's true what she says there, but it's also true that a villainous character, indeed the main villain of Shining in the Darkness, is very much a part of this game, Shining Force. So I won't tell you who he is yet, but when we start hearing about him, I'll give you a little insight as to what he does in Shining in the Darkness. And obviously that was a way that, despite having a very different gameplay type, this game tied directly into the game that preceded it. I will indeed. Oh, apparently I have games on here, but I can also play a new game, meaning there must be an open space. Yep. Anyone who knows my Chrono playthrough won't be surprised. But to be fair, I do believe this may have been the very first instance of me using the name Cypher. So, yeah, this is always the original Cypher. Now, if I had a second player controller, I could right now hold down, I think it's like start and all 3 buttons, and then hit start on my first player controller, and that would bring up a secret character naming sequence, which is to say, in this game, and the second one, you really only name your main character, and all the other characters have default names that you, unlike in Chrono Trigger, you don't get to change when you meet them. You just meet them and that's what their name is. But if you do a special thing with the second player controller, you can actually name each and every character, each and every playable character in this game. But 2 things. 1, I don't have a second controller. Number 2, this is sort of, you know, a default playthrough, so I won't want to change the names anyway. And number 3, it would kind of spoil things a little, because you'd end up seeing all the faces of the people who end up joining my party way before most of them join. So we'll just name Cypher here and play it default style. Hello, Simone. I do want to adjust the speaking speed, which I know you can do. I mean, I can hold down the button. But yeah, she spoke very slowly. Bup, 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 bup. So that's Low. He's a buddy of mine. Well, because it's me. That's who I am. I'm quoting Charlie Sheen here, of course. And just in case it's unclear, the Fusion player here, if you try to go into full screen, it like doesn't record correctly, so that's why I have to do it in this like 3/4 screen. So I've talked about this before in other Sega Genesis playthroughs, but yeah, that's just the way it is. Wait, what's happening here? Okay. I think the default name of this character is Max, so like if you don't change the name or if you pick nothing, I think it defaults to Max. So like in Shining Force 2, you'll occasionally see references to the exploits of Max, and it's obviously a reference to who I call Cypher. I will, Varios. I like your enthusiasm, lady. I'm not moping, I'm searching and talking to people. How green was my dragon? Can I please take that off the bookshelf? So in this game, you save your game at churches with the help of priests. But this guy, who is sort of the default look for the priests in lots of different locations, apparently he's not going to save our game. He just wants to tell us about his dreams. No, I don't think so. That's not good. What happens if I say yes, I have been? Oh. Okay. Well, I want to know what you would have said if I told you I was having nightmares. But I guess I missed my chance. Well, hey man, that's what guards do. I mean, you're gonna have to get used to it. Also, you're not really preventing anyone from going inside. I gotta point that out. So remember this. Well, I wouldn't like it, but yeah. Remember that we can move carts that way. Or wan wan if you're Japanese, which is their onomatopoeia for a dog bark. Oh, Grandpa. He's a cool fellow, her grandpa. Why are you packing, by the way? Time for a vacay, as the kids say? Or as they said 20 years ago, maybe? Yeah, he's pretty great. We'll find out about him in a bit. Lots of people talking about nightmares. Yeah, I think you gotta just look a little bit harder, guy. I think you might find it. Not the best salesmanship. Well, apparently I have no gold, so nothing. Nothing for now. And you stay at inns to heal yourself, of course. But not allowed to leave yet. Understood, and I will keep that in mind. Well, damn you, Runefaust. Hey, it's Grandpa. Absolutely, Gort. Sure. Oh no, he's one of those cynical guys at the end of the bar. He really is. More on that soon. I think I will pay him heed. Manarina. Or Monarena. As a kid, I don't remember. I think I had a malapropism. I think I mispronounced it as a kid because I remembered it thinking about that location as Marina, but apparently it's Monarena. So this symbol is for headquarters, and once I start building a team and engaging in battles, I'll be able to use headquarters in different towns to figure out who I want in my party and so on, and that's what it'll look like. Like how, you know, Guardia in Chrono Trigger and Guardiana in Shining Force, as a kid I was like, oh man, like, you know, maybe there's a little bit of a nod. I believe this game came before Chrono Trigger, so Chrono Trigger, I suppose, could have given a nod to this game. I don't think there's any relation to just a similarity, but yeah, as a kid I was like, oh, that's cool, it's like almost the same name. But yes, Guardiana is the town we grew up in. What's up, May? She's got a strong chin. Well, at least you're giving me sort of a chance. Nope, I do not. The Gate of the Ancients, beyond which, supposedly, they sealed Dark Dragon after defeating him. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Alright, well, you're a jerk. Something tells me it's not going to be that simple. Yeah, I don't see you training. I see you just sort of marching around a little bit, but whatever. What's up, man? A mage? Got him. Well, that can't be good. Would you mind showing us? No? Okay. Oh, treasure chests. Alright. Fair enough. And yeah, Cypher is another silent protagonist, like Cypher/Chrono in Chrono Trigger. Eventually, games started giving dialogue to main characters, but back in the early to mid-90s, it was very common that the lead player of a role-playing game only spoke by implication of how other people answered them. So, yeah, we won't see Cypher actually speak himself, even though it'll be implied that he is speaking. Alright, I will. But first, what's up, man? Okay. What about you? Fair enough. Well, we got a little hint about what it was in the cool opening to the game, so I won't spoil it for you, man, but yeah, it ain't good. I think it's more dark than light. Right, so if all the centaur guards out there, or knights out there, were to suddenly march out of the town, number one, the rest of the town would be unprotected, or well, it's not the kingdom as a whole, it's like the capital city, I guess, of Guardiana, or just the city of Guardiana, but yeah, it would be unprotected, and all the remaining people would freak out. They're like, oh man, the end times are really here. So they're gonna let us, a group of young warriors, see what's up and serve as scouts, essentially. So our sort of anthropomorphized dog-type character on the left, Nova, he eventually is going to become our strategy mentor, and he will be found at all the headquarters around the various places that we'll go. So he's a key character, not a playable character. He can never be part of your party, but he advises your party throughout the game. I love, you could just say no. It's like, well, you might as well not play the game, I guess, but yeah, I could do that. Alright, I'll do that. In the meantime, do you have anything new to say? Well, I think your mustache and eyebrows rule you out of being a reliable advisor. What's up, Varios? Sure. Okay, so I never, like, Teo is how I used to spell it. I mean, I think you could pronounce it Tao, but I'm gonna go with Teo because that's how I used to say it as a kid. But yeah, she's a young mage. She's not actually in Guardiana right now, but as you may suspect, given that her name is being mentioned very prominently, she will eventually be part of our group. Sorry, Luca is underfoot right now. The Princess's Primer, I like that. I Was a Tomboy Princess. That's a book by Marla from Chrono Trigger. Otrint is a name we'll hear again. Not a playable character, but a notable character. And we'll find this out soon enough, but this game works in terms of chapters. There's a certain set number of battles every chapter, and ultimately it's, as I said, like you're going through a book, like Simone in that menu screen is reading a book. So we're in chapter 1 right now, and I think Otrint shows up when we get to chapter 2. Your first blaze. Man, such nostalgia with this game. I like how all your characters move very quickly. Oh, I'm wrong. Teo is here. Right, so again, the playable characters that you get for your team, not just here, but throughout the game, they're different classes, like warrior, knight, archer, healer, mage. And I will say, you know, there's one character in this group who, in my playthroughs, typically is there from beginning to end. Ultimately, I'll just tell you, it's Teo. She becomes a very awesome mage, even if she's only an apprentice now. The other three are good to varying extents. I won't spoil it, but with maybe one exception, none of the other three tend to stay in my party to the end because we get even more powerful characters at different points along the way, but... Such a happy little tune when people join you. Yeah, Lo's a healer. Play base for the vile hordes. Alright guys, I'll see you there. And no, Gort won't come with us yet. And I'll just say that. I like that little melodic sting. Alright. Are you still complaining? Man, I want to throw a banana at you. Well, we're gonna have to buy some herbs. Now, money in this game is not like Chrono Trigger, where you eventually get so much, you know, you just have an embarrassment of riches. You really gotta be frugal in this game. Now, here's the thing. Hopefully we don't find this out too often, but in this game, you can lose anyone in battle, and thankfully, they don't really die, they just sort of retire from the battle, and then, you know, they're alive again after the battle if you succeed. But if Cypher is killed at any point, the battle's over. So again, it's like chess, you can't lose your king, although Cypher is much more useful than a king on a chessboard. In any case, yeah, you can lose everybody but Cypher, but even if everybody else is alive, if Cypher dies, the game, or is defeated, the game is over. So, two things. One, you want him to always have a couple herbs, or eventually, when you get more money and you have larger health bars, you want healing seeds. But an Angel Wing is an automatic way to leave a battle. However, Cypher also knows a spell called Egress, which is the same as an Angel Wing. So Cypher can always leave the battle at any time as long as he has the magic points to be able to use it. So, for now I'm not going to buy an Angel Wing, I'm going to stock up on herbs so that I can try to make everybody survive. Because again, I have a healing character, Lo is a healer, but it's like a chessboard, and if he's far away from someone who needs to be healed, he might not get there in time before that person is attacked again, so I like everyone to have at least an herb or two, especially in the early goings when you're not nearly as strong. You're, again, just a bunch of, like, teenagers, basically, who are trying to fight evil hordes of monsters coming out of a gate of the ancients. Nope, nothing else. Alright, so most of the time when you leave towns and villages and castles throughout the game, you get to walk around on an open world map, but in this very first part, as the king said, we're being transported to the Gate of the Ancients by a cart, and this is being done automatically. Oh, did you see it? Did you see a little hut right by the coast? Well, check this out. Let's go, Teo. You know you're a villain if you start using terms like blasted and vermin. Alright, you said blasted way too many times, man. Seismic activity at the Gate of the Ancients. So, you see here how this is the edge of the battle? I don't know if this is the case in the other Shining Forces, but in Shining Force 1, if Cypher walks to the edge of a battle, you can actually leave the battle and come back later. And we're actually going to do that right now, for a reason that will become clear in a moment. And as you may suspect, the blinking area is their range of movement, and different characters have different moving abilities. So you see here, Ken move 7, that's the highest level of movement allowed. Cypher movement 6. I believe Low is movement 5, yeah. 6. I think Luke is 6 as well. No, he's 4, or wait. That was his agility. Yeah, move is 6. Move is 5. But some characters can move better in certain terrains. Like, eventually we're going to fight in mountains and so on, and suddenly the centaurs can't move nearly as far. They're better on flat ground, so it depends on where you are. It's all chess. Yes, I do, and watch why. Yogurt, what's up, my man? So his name is Yogurt, or Jogurt, I think it's spelled with a J. I always used to say Yogurt. In any case, he is a silly joke character, but now that we've met him, there will be a point in the game later where we'll see him again, and he can actually join us. Oh, who are you, man? Oh, damn, okay. Extra character! So yeah, he's a monk, he's a healer, but monks in this game and Shining Force 2 and so on, they're healers, but they have way better attack than regular healers, like Low. Can't search the mini bookshelf. So he's going to serve the function as like a normal priest, like I was saying. So again, you can save game. If someone gets poisoned during a battle, you have to go here. Unless you have an antidote. If you have an antidote, you can cure them in the battle. But here, you can cure them for a small fee. You can raise people from the dead or after they've been defeated. So yes, I guess technically they die and you have to go to a healer to raise them from the dead. Also, everyone's at level 1 right now, but when they get to level 10, they get promoted to a higher class, and I'll say more about that as we go through the game and eventually start promoting people. But for now, let's get a save. I will indeed. Nope. Thank you, sir. Now, let's go back. And like with chess, you have to be careful about how you move people around the map. Now, in the early stages, it's not too critical, although again, you want to protect characters that are weaker physically by putting other people in front of them, and you know, you lead with the stronger characters, you have the healers, the mages, and the archers in the back. But when you get into later battles, and you see like this rock right here, it'll limit the ability to which she can move in her next turn because of the greater land effect, so all sorts of little tidbits to learn. But yes, eventually, where you place your players is more crucial, and you can end up getting burned very quickly if you expose people without enough protection or other people around them. And in some cases, it's good to let the enemies come to you, because when they do that, whoever does that first is then exposed and you can sort of take them out. So I'm going to wait here for the goblins to make their first move. Oh, you clever bastards. Oh, look at them. They've got ice in their veins. And notice, like, if people are, like, here, I can actually move the arrow. That's right. And I can, like, look at the enemy, see what their strength is, what they're equipped with, and so on. But yeah, so you attack people from the sides, the front, the back. So this guy can be attacked from 3 sides right now. This guy, same. This guy has that side covered. So sometimes you want certain, like, no one can stand here or here. So right now Ken can only be attacked from here. And if I put someone there, like, no one can attack Ken, at least if they're like a sword-wielding fighter. Now, you eventually fight enemy archers and mages, and they can attack from distance. But yeah, it's called a strategy game for a reason. I may initiate. Let's go, Luke. Oh, the music. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Also, sometimes players, both you and the enemies, will get a double attack. It's sort of randomized, kind of like a critical attack in Chrono. And also sometimes you'll do a counter attack, or they'll do a counter attack on you, meaning you do your attack and then they get to punch back, usually at half the regular damage they would do. And when you get to 100 experience points, you go up a level. So I'm about to probably get 48. 48 is like the most I think you can get in a single move, a single attack. Yeah. Let's go, Teo. We're off and running. I mean, I could punch him. It's really not going to do much. I think I'll wait, because I want Cypher to get some experience. I don't think this is going to kill him. Alright, Cypher, you're up, man. Cypher is sporting a dashing miniskirt. Yeah, and depending on how much life the enemy has and how difficult of an enemy they are, you might not get the full assortment. And as you level up, weaker enemies suddenly start giving you much less experience, so it's all tiered and scaled relative to how strong you are and where you are in the game and so on. So you notice, Hans the archer, archers can't attack in the square next to them. They can only attack 2 squares ahead, to the side, diagonally, whatever. Whereas knights can do that, but also in the immediate square next as well, because they have a lance, or a spear. Indeed, if they have a lance, I think it's only 1 spot next to you, whereas if you have a spear of some kind, you can throw it 1 square farther. Kind of want to leave you for Cypher. This might be trouble. These Dark Dwarves have a notably stronger attack than the Goblins. Oh yeah, the standard battle music gets much more interesting, like the deeper into the tune it gets. Alright, I guess I will kill this guy. And then I'll let Cypher take out that Dark Dwarf. Although I worry about putting him in that spot. Lo has one heck of a flat top haircut. Yep, I was worried about this. Please don't kill her. Woof. Don't attack a second time, thank you. Please get this right, Cypher. Don't miss him. You can also miss. Yes, let's go, Cypher. Oh, I worry. If that Rune Knight comes down, this is trouble. Alright, Hans, you're basically blocking at this point. That's all you're doing. Thank you, Rune Knight, for not entering the fray yet. Yipes. Now here's the thing, here's the one annoyance about Shining Force 1. So she has experience 96, right? She needs 4 experience points to go up to the next level. But let's say I were to kill someone with my next attack and she were to get 48. Well, it wouldn't give me all 48. It'll only give me the 4 that gets me to level 2, and the rest of it doesn't carry over. So my goal now will be to do something small with her, not to kill someone, so that I can get her to the next level but not waste experience that would indeed go to waste if I were to get more than 4. Now, Shining Force 2 fixes that problem because there's carryover experience. So if I had 99 experience and I get 48, I'll have 47 on level 2. But yeah, Shining Force 1 isn't like that, so that's why you try to waste as little experience as possible, and you try to, you know, if you only need a little bit, do something that'll give you a little bit, and then if you need a lot for a different character, you'll try to use them to kill someone who has low hit points. So little tricks you learn. But as I said, I love that in Shining Force 2 they fix it and there's carryover experience. Although in Shining Force 2, to get promoted, you have to get to level 20, not just level 10. So that's sort of how they adjust for it. Oh, you fucking bastard. Now, if you are a healer, healers get point experience when they use herbs, but non-healers don't, so that's why that didn't get me experience. How much do I have? Maybe it'd be better to do this, but I worry about putting him there. Yeah, I worry about putting him there. Well, I'm gonna risk it. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, sometimes, like, there's a bit of randomness. Like, you tend to get turns, like, you know, everyone gets one turn as it goes around, but sometimes key players, either for you, in this case Cypher, or like main bosses, or the hardest enemy on the map for the enemy, they'll get kind of random second turns like that. So there's a degree of randomness even if it cycles around among the players. Well, I hope you give me 10 more experience and I can go up to the next level now. Excellent. And it's a bit random what you get level to level. Like, there's certain level tiers where you tend to get things more standard. But yeah, getting attack, defense, and speed all in one level up is excellent. And I used to have this theory that, like, depending on whether you hold the button or tap it lightly, it can affect, like, what you get when you level up, or when you level up. Damn it, Tail. Now here's the thing, I'm not going to do it on this first battle, but you can leave battles after you've gotten a bunch of experience, and when you come back you have to fight the same enemies all again. So there are certain battles over the course of this game where I'm actually going to redo them, because the enemies that are there give you a lot of experience. And it's really, you know, in Chrono Trigger you can kind of keep going back to certain forests or areas where there's enemies to be fought. You can leave the forest, then come back, fight them again, leave the forest, come back, fight them again. See my early Chrono Trigger playthroughs where I was experience gathering. But in this game you can't do that. It's like a set battle, and once you win the battle, that battle doesn't exist anymore. You've already completed it. So again, I'm not going to do it with this first battle, but there will be battles in the future where I'm going to fight a bunch of enemies, retreat from the battle, and then come back again because I want to get more experience before moving on. But again, not here. Didn't level up? What is he at? 90, she's at like 98 or something? Yeah. Where are you, Ken? 85. What about you, Luke? Alright, well, going this far forward is definitely going to activate our Rune Knight up here, so... Entering the final phase of this battle. Oh, boo. Maximum hit points only. Boo. Alright, who needs healing? No, no. A little bit, maybe. Oh, I can't. Yep. And he doesn't have... Oh, that's right. He wasn't there when I bought the herbs. When I bought the herbs, man. Oh, a double turn for Gong. Of all the people he could attack, that's for the best. Oh, damn. Well, there goes one of our strongest warriors at the start. Alright, man. Oh, damn, and she doesn't have any magic left. Trouble! Speed. 10, you absolute putz. And now someone come in and finish him off. Oh, low. Alright. That can't be good. A Lord of Runefaust is attacking Guardiana. Maybe those people's dreams that we heard about are coming true right now, unfortunately. And yeah, sometimes on battlefields you can find things if you search around. Now, you know, having played this game a lot, there's actually nothing here to find, but there are battlefields where either during the battle or after, if you know where to look, there's little secret chests and things that you can find, items. Oh, this track. Most outdoor battles where you have to travel from one place to other while fighting enemies play this theme. This is like the outdoor battle theme of Shining Force 1. Okay, so we can't take the cart road back. So Dark Soul, that is the main villain of Shining in the Darkness, and he is, I think he's like a monster, but he's sort of humanoid. Anyway, he is the main enemy, and he's a wizard of Shining in the Darkness, and we now know in Shining Force that he's part of the Runefaust army, or at least is helping Runefaust try to bring back Dark Dragon. So yeah, I'm probably going to do this battle, and then I'll call this first opening playthrough of our... or first installment of our playthrough of Shining Force. So yeah, we'll do 2 battles in this opening video. Now Hans, despite having only a movement of 5, elves are very good at moving in the mountains in this game. So this one battle, he ends up doing a lot more than normal. Hans, to be fair, is not a character I tend to keep in the party for very long. There are better archers than him coming. But at least for this battle, he ends up being pivotal because the rest of the characters have a hard time keeping up, so he's sort of my, like, tip of the spear, if you will, in this battle. In fact, you know what I should have done? I gotta get Luke back, don't I? So I should have either walked back or cast Egress. I guess I'll just cast Egress, but we're gonna have to wait till it cycles around. Sorry, Luke, I forgot about you, man. Now, fair to say, you can save. Yeah, if you do quit. Oh, talking speed. Yay. But yeah, you can quit in the middle of the battle and save till you come back. And when you do that, you just pick up exactly where you saved it, which is a really nice feature. And obviously here you can look at a map. And sometimes, like, on a map, you'll say, like, oh wait, there's an enemy over there? I didn't see an enemy. They might be hiding under something. Might as well get a little more experience before I egress. What's up, man? So the amount of money it costs you is in relation to what level they're on. So Luke's on level 2, so it costs 20 coins. Yes, actually, you can save my game. I will, though I'm gonna go get some more tea, so let's hang out here with the friar. Or no, we'll go hang out with yogurt real quick while I go get some tea. So yes, I'll be right back. Okay. And Ken is blocked. Notice how easily he can move on grass and paved paths, or not paved, but footpaths, but yeah. Centaurs apparently don't move well in the mountains. I knew that was going to happen to Teo. I think land effect also means you don't take off as much damage, or you don't cause as much damage when you attack, so I think that's why it's only taking off 4 on the goblin when he was taking off 5 or 6 before. Or maybe even 7. Ugh. Luca's looking like she's causing some problems right now. I may have to rescue my record cabinet in a moment. I guess we'll see. Yep. Oh wait, no. She got her eye on my microphone. What's your deal, Luca? I know you can't see, but trust me, she's a menace. As I said, the tip of the spear, man. So they obviously want to get back into a formation. I mean, normally when you approach an enemy and engage it, it'll start attacking you. Although in this case, he was trying to retreat, but if he's in attacking range, he'll do it anyway. But yeah, they obviously want to block this passageway here and then make this part of the battle very difficult. So again, it's like, you know, Chrono Trigger, it is kind of about what your players can do in combination, but in general it's more about the strengths and weaknesses of the individual characters. This game is very much, as I said, like chess, in that if you expose someone, even if they're a very powerful character, they can get ganged up on and killed very quickly, and depending on how you shape your force and how the enemy shapes their forces, there are particular challenges or opportunities that present themselves. Now this is a bit of a risk, but the goblins are so weak I'm not worried about it. I thought he was close. There we go. I guess I don't really need to do this, but I don't think she's going to get all that much experience anyway. Maybe like 20 or something. Oh, 34. I guess I did waste a bit, but whatever. 3 extra magic points is very well appreciated. Yeah, I guess I could have let Gong take out that goblin, but again, Teo or Tao or Dao, I suppose. I guess you could pronounce it that way too. But yeah, Teo is a character that's going to be with us for the long haul. So even if it means wasting a little experience, I'd rather her get that than Gong. Now, granted, I think most characters, even the ones that are already in my party that I don't tend to use for all that long, I think I've gotten them all promoted. Like, you know, there's been different playthroughs over the years, because again, I have played this game a lot, even if not for a while. And I did experiment using different characters deeper than I would in other playthroughs, so I haven't promoted everyone in every playthrough, but in one playthrough or another, I think I've promoted just about every character you can get. Cypher's got to be close to level 3. Okay, so they're on the move. They feel us coming. 74, alright. Now, I'm not... In later battles, you gotta pick where to use your magic, and, you know, it doesn't... I don't really need to use magic on a goblin like that, but... Because, you know, we have 2 Rune Knights and a Dwarf, I'm not too worried about it, but in later battles, I'll have to be more selective about how I use the MP of my mages and healers. Ooh, he might be in trouble if I put him there. No. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. That might be a sacrifice too far. And we are gonna want him for when we get over to that bridge. How much magic does Teo have left? Just 1 blaze spell? That's unfortunate. Ooh, attack by 2. I love it. Defense by 2. Speed by 1. Hit points. I love it. Yeah, I do remember Ken gets a lot of hit points as he starts leveling up. Alright, taking a bit of a risk, but it's a calculated one because this guy just moved, so he shouldn't get another attack for a little while. Well, it might actually be worth it. Even though it'll mean not using magic at the bridge coming up. Yes. Alright, it was worth it. Yes. gotta love the bass line of the attack music. Yeah, so that's their formation that they're gonna stay in when we get over there, which means like they're baiting us. They're trying to get someone to step forward onto the bridge, which will mean they could be an attack from 3 different directions, but yeah, I knew you were gonna try that, but it's not gonna hurt as much as it did before. No? I'm gonna let Teo do that, actually. Man, you guys all stink. Come on, Teo, knock him out. Excellent. We're coming for you guys. Hurry up, Lo. Your services are needed with Ken, or you, Gong. We'll wait one turn before we start our attack. Damn it, Hans. I like the magic points going up by 4. That is helpful. Alright, here we go. I don't remember if that dwarf will charge. Again, they try to lure you, but I wonder if he might charge from there. We'll see. No, so we can just take our time and kill these rune knights before we go attack the dwarf. Anyone I can heal? Yep. I'll take that opportunity. So you almost always get 10 for healing, no matter how little. Although sometimes if you heal someone who is in desperate need of healing, it'll give you a little bit more, like 14 or 18. But yeah, usually it's 10. I'm tempted, but I'll be patient. This is a massive risk, but I'm gonna do it. Ken should get a turn. Yes. Don't miss, Ken. Thank you. Oh, damn. So yes, we are the Shining Force. Alright, let's do that. Go searching around a little bit first, see what might be up here. Oh! There's a hostile reception from another village, or another town, another kingdom. Alright. Do you say the same thing? Okay, so my comrades are in headquarters. Alright, so Kane is not a good fellow. So, maybe no more business, Mr. N guy? Alright, well, Gort said he needed the right situation to maybe want to start fighting again. I like how the tone of the joining music changes depending on the situation. But yeah, Gort is my guy. He's a similar character to Luke, and I think there are actually some people who play this game who probably prefer Luke, but Gort is my guy. So yeah, maybe you shouldn't have been bad-mouthing him before, dude. But I'm glad he did protect your shop. So this is what everybody already has. These are like the standard weapons for the different classes, but might want to get another herb or two. And you usually want to keep everyone with at least one free spot, because sometimes when you defeat an enemy, or again, if you find a chest during a battle, you can pick it up. But if you defeat an enemy and the guy who you defeat him with, or the gal who you defeat him with, has a full complement of items, you won't end up getting it. So, like I said, it's always good to leave them with at least one open spot. Uh-oh, where's my dog, man? Hey, dog's still alive. Was she blocking the bookcase before? I don't remember. No, that's right. Those are Gord's books. Alright, so we're gonna get some notable plot developments. But first, let's get a save. And then we'll go advance the plot a little bit, and then I'll save the game, and that'll be it for the first installment. I hope you're enjoying this, and as I said, but as I said, this game is a longtime favorite of mine, but I haven't played it in a while, so there'll be points along the way where I clearly won't remember everything until we get there, which is nice. So, Nova will always have a piece of advice specific to each battle that you get to. So, you know, talking to him throughout the game, you get little tidbits, one for each battle that you're up against. Alright. Now, what he means by that is, as I said, you can use 12 players at one time, and they'll be lined up here. But eventually you get a lot of other people, and they'll be hanging out at different places in the headquarters, and you can swap people in and out, so that's what join is all about. But for right now, we don't even have a full complement, never mind extras waiting in the wings. But the Shining Force will continue to get bigger. That's no good. Well, my mentor is dead. Yeah, May, sorry, man. So the Gate of the Ancients is an access point to the Tower of the Ancients, okay? Keep that in mind, not just for this game, but for Shining Force 2 as well. Oh, so his daughter Anri in Manarina, okay. So, which probably means she's a mage, because that's what they do up in Manarina. It's a magic-using city. Not unlike Zeal, I suppose, but with less of a dark truth at the center of it. Damn, Varios and the king are dead. Let's go, May. Sounds good. You got anything to say now? Yeah, he's a baddie. That's true. Yeah, Princess Anri is not here, but we'll go tell her what's happened and see what she says. But yes, that's the opening of Shining Force. So hopefully you're into this. Oh, hold on. Well, I guess we'll talk to them first. Wow, news travels quick. But I believe now we'll be able to get those treasure chests. Hold on, I'm gonna have to like move some items. So yeah, if you get poisoned, you can use an antidote to heal. So we'll give it to a healer. I'll take that. So that's like using egress without having to use Cypher's spell. And you might wonder, well, why would you need that? Well, sometimes Cypher might not survive until it's his turn again, so you give an Angel Wing to someone else. And in fact, later in the game, Cypher will learn an attack magic spell. And by the way, you tend to give an Angel Wing to a strong, like, hardy character like Gorp. But yes, eventually, Cypher will learn attack magic, but if you use your magic points for attack magic and you can't egress, well then it's nice to have an Angel Wing as well. Oh, so potions permanently upgrade a particular quality, in this case defense. So, we'll figure out next time who to use that on. Actually, that's not true. We're going to use it on Cypher. Because you want Cypher to be as strong as possible defensively. Oh wait, I don't want to give it, I want to use it. Now, it'll either up it by 1 or 2. Obviously, you're hoping for 2. What do we get? Oh, we only got 1. Unfortunate. No, I'm not trying to talk to the chest. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but in this game, when you get promoted, you go up to a higher class, but when you first do that, you actually kind of get downgraded in your stats, but then you're upgrading to a class with higher potential. Again, Shining Force 2 does it differently. Shining Force 2, when you get promoted, you just get better in general. But in this game, it's sort of a challenging point in the game when you start promoting people, because even though they go to a higher class with more potential, the first couple levels after you promote them, they actually shrink in their ability. So sometimes I've tried to hold on to my potions, but I'm still a long way from being promoted, so I'm going to use it. Come on, give me 2. Ah, only 1. And I guess that's the treasure of Guardiana that Kane said he had. But yes, that's our opening to Shining Force. I hope you enjoyed. There's 8 chapters, so there typically is like 3 to 4 battles, maybe 5 in a couple cases in each chapter, and then obviously narrative stuff in between. So we got a long way to go. Hopefully you're here for it. Let's go out to the chapel and get a save, and then I will be back for part 2 in the not too distant future. And once again, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all you folks out there who watch these gaming playthroughs. You are greatly appreciated. Nope. Indeed, I will remember that. Thanks, Simone. Indeed, I shall be back to lead the Shining Force. Alright folks, well like I said, I hope you enjoyed. That's the first of what will be several playthroughs, and eventually, once we finish this game, we'll be on to Shining Force 2, which is my favorite in the series, and which, again, I got it on Christmas a year or two after I had played the original Shining Force, and it was just a very nostalgic experience, so we'll try to time it so that I can beat this at least within a year, maybe sooner than that. Either way, I'm looking forward to this and number 2 and Shining Force CD. Hopefully you are too. Let me know what you think, and I'll be back for the next one soon. Peace!